All right, welcome. Few things. The reason why I didn't upload yesterday was because Monday's recording had gotten messed up somehow. Not sure. We were trying to figure something out, and we ended up putting it in slow-mo. And because it was in slow-mo, the recording file did not save the audio correctly. And I really didn't want to just have no audio on a video. That just wouldn't seem logical. And I didn't have any background music I could put over it, so I kind of just tossed it away. I didn't really want to use it. Now, today's video, there is sound, but it's not good because it was my fault. I asked my sister to set up the camera, and I did not show her how to properly set up the audio to where it records the mics. That's on me. I should have checked. I should explain how to set it up to her. That's on me. So I will be trying to do my best to kind of voice over what I'm doing in the lift today. Not necessarily every single aspect of what I'm doing, but I'm going to try my best to give you some information of what I was doing. I'm also going to put some background music over it. I still have to kind of play around with that, so it might not be like the best or necessarily the right mood and or volume and stuff like that, but I will try my best. And we ended up doing a double lift today, which I'm using the second lift as tomorrow's video, so it won't come out so late. I hope you understand I am a rookie at this stuff. There's going to be mistakes. I'm learning from them, but hopefully it will turn out all right. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let's get into the video now. Let's get into the lift. All right, so the first movement we did was triceps, and I really like the overhead tricep variation because the long head of your tricep is the only head that crosses both your shoulder and your elbow joint. So you kind of want to have that at an extended variation to get the most stretch out of it. And in this gym, we are actually able to move the benches, more specifically this little kind of shoulder press bench, and I brought it over to the cable machines, and we just started doing overhead tricep extension. All right, another thing I would like to point out when I'm doing this exercise, I try and let my hands sink all the way down as far as they can go and kind of use it like a spring almost. As soon as you hit the bottom, you go up. And it's not only an up, but it's more of an up and forward. That's kind of where you're getting the most stretch and then the most contraction. So you could almost think of it like tossing a ball above your head where you kind of go all the way back and then just flick it forward. So the second movement we normally do is a little bit different. I use it more like a burnout exercise. Typically we have 3 movements of triceps, but we were kind of rushed for time today. So we only ended up doing 2, and instead of doing another heavy push down movement, I decided to do these where you kind of take your hands in almost a triangle like motion. You go close to the top and then you bring them out as far as you can to the sides while pushing back. To me, this style of triceps have a burn like no other, and normally the pump afterwards is pretty good. So when you're doing this lift, you want to squeeze at the bottom as much as possible, and on like the 3rd or 4th set, on like rep number 5, it should start being hard to fully extend your hands, and you'll kind of see me do it at the end of this one. Now, we did do 4 sets, but I somehow have lost one. I don't know what happened to it. We might not have hit recorded, but yeah, I did do 4 sets, and after the 4th set, just standing there, my arms just burned. Next exercise was biceps, and we kind of found this neat little machine that they had where it was almost like a preacher curl, but it had plate loaded. I really liked the angle which my shoulders were at, because normally when I do preacher curls, I'm either too far back or too far forward, and this one, it kind of just fit perfectly. Now, I'm kind of mindful when I do preacher curls or things that put my bicep in a fully lengthened position with the weight in front of me and not really next to my body, because I just think of all of the bicep tear videos I've seen and it just freaks me out. Now, I do, however, on lower weight, try to extend all the way and get that good stretch, and then on heavier weights just like this one, I go almost fully extended but not quite, and I try and squeeze all the way at the top. So just like triceps, I normally have 3 bicep movements I like to do. I normally do cable biceps just to get a different feel because the resistance is different and it works your bicep differently. Now, another good bicep exercise I like to do is this kind of inclined bicep curls, but it's not necessarily inclined. It's more like I'm laying down and trying to let my biceps fully extend with low weight and go as far down as I can and then curl them all the way up. Now these burn. They burn like on the first, sometimes second set. And I actually went too heavy on the first set, doing 25s. With my biceps kind of being pre-exhausted, I had to drop down to 20 and I just kind of repped them out from there. By the last 1 or 2 sets, I actually only got like 8 to 10 reps because I was already so sore.
Oh man, oh.
And to finish off the arm portion of this lift, I combined shoulder press and lateral raises as a superset combo. Now, my shoulder has been hurting a little bit, so I didn't go too heavy, but I thought I went heavy enough to get pretty solid reps and a pretty solid load. Now, I do my lateral raises also not too heavy, and it's more of slow controlled reps with kind of focusing on doing the reps correctly. I haven't done them in a while and I haven't done them that much. So I just went back and forth between lateral raises and shoulder press for 4 sets, just trying to get a nice stretch on both of them, but also a pump at the same time. This is the last time I'm cutting in for this video. After I'm done, I won't be speaking again. I would just like to point out that I'm not planning on putting all these songs into regular videos. It just kind of was something to fill the silence between me talking. I will definitely be checking the audio recording next time to make sure we are actually being picked up. Again, it was my fault. I didn't make sure, and I definitely should have. But to recap the lift, it was a pretty good lift for the time we had. Again, this was a double lift, so we were a little bit pressed on the first half. The second half didn't go as long, and again, that will be tomorrow's video. But overall, it was a good lift. And hopefully next time when I do these exercises and I'm talking through it, it will make a lot more sense and a little bit more enjoyable. But thank you for watching, and I'm just gonna let it play now.